Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to FBTV. You already know what time it is. We are back with a brand new video. And yes, we are predominantly a footballing channel. But I did say we were going to be branching out and doing different things. And I'm a racing fan. And yes, now I am on Le Mans Ultimate. And today we have a video for you guys in regards to how to go about creating your custom liveries. I know a lot of guys were asking for a bit of help. Hopefully today I'm going to provide that for you guys. We will be going through step by step where to place your files, how to go about actually creating your custom paints. We're going to be using Photoshop 2020 on this video. So hopefully I provide you guys with that help that you needed. If I do, don't forget to drop a like on the video for me, please. And if you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you also click the bell notification. When you click the bell notification, make sure you click all. Lets you know when I'm live next or when I drop any new content. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the video. So as you can see here, we have got Steam open. I've also got all of my files open just for the purpose of this video, of course. So first thing first, what we need to do is obviously locate where those files are. So the first one that we need are the livery templates. Obviously I've got Le Mans open, running at this moment in time. So if you go to manage, browse local files, all right, that brings up where all your files are, wherever you've saved Le Mans Ultimate. So the first thing we need to do is go to support here and go to livery templates, as you can see here. So these are all your livery templates. You've got your GT3s, your hypercars, all that good stuff. Today what we're going to be doing is using the Lamborghini Huracan. So what we're going to do first is double click that, open that, and that will take us over to Photoshop. So that is just going to go ahead and open. I'm going to change that over to Photoshop there, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that, guys. So it comes up with this message here. What you want to do is select keep layers. Do not go and press flatten. You want to keep those layers. That is then going to go ahead and open up the template. Obviously down here on this right hand side, you've got all your stuff that you need, wireframe, your regions. This is for your carbon fiber and all that good stuff, but you need to leave that unchecked just for now. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to actually paint the car. I am going to show you the tools that you are going to need in terms of using this object selection tool and also the polygonal lasso tool, how to add and subtract. We are going to get into that though. I will explain all of that good stuff for you guys. So what I'm going to do is just head over to the game really quick now and show you the custom livery and how to load that up. So let's go ahead and do that. Right, okay, so here we are on Le Mans Ultimate. You guys can see that. You can't see everything that I can see on the screen because I'm actually on an ultra wide here, but you can see enough. So we're going to go up to these three white lines here. Go down to teams. Just going to let that load up. So I'm just going to select my team, up to liveries, and we're going to apply to a new car. GT3 Huracan, confirm that. Just let that load up. Shouldn't take too long. So what we're going to see now is, there we go, there we can see it. Just spin that round. We can see obviously the template of what we saw in Photoshop and the required file location. We are going to go over that in terms of where you're actually going to put your file from Photoshop so that that then shows up on the game. So we've seen that bit. Let's head back over now to Photoshop really quick. Lovely. So here we are back on Photoshop now, guys. So what I'm going to do is show you two quick examples, really easy one and a bit more of a difficult one in regards to how I go about painting the car overall. I'm not going to go into anything crazy in terms of crazy designs right now. I'm just going to show you how to paint each individual panel of the car. So what we're going to do is just pick this door here up this top part of the screen, and then I'm going to use a bit more of a complex shape, and we're going to use this bonnet here that you can see, and I'm going to show you as well how to use the object selection tool here, and then how to also use the polygonal lasso tool, and we're going to go through those steps. So first and foremost, we just want to select a rectangle down here, simple rectangle. We're going to fill it in red. We're just going to use red for the purpose of this video. So all we're going to do is just go over the door like that, click that, and that now has turned the door into red. But as you can notice, as you can see, obviously, it is also colored in some other things red, which we want to get rid of, because what we want to do is we want to paint each individual panel so that later on we can come back into this file and change the color of each panel if we want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come across to here, this rectangle, and we are going to name that door top. There's going to be obviously a top and a bottom, and just so you know exactly what it is. So whilst we're still highlighted on here, we are going to then go across to the object selection tool, just so that it selects roughly what we want. We're going to come around here and select all of that. Bob's your uncle. Boom, beautiful. So everything within that dotted line there is what we are going to keep. So we're just going to zoom that in. So we're going to press Alt and use the mouse wheel to zoom that in. Okay. As you can see here, there's some bits missing. There's this bit here that's missing. There's this bit here that we need to take out, and this bit here that we need to take out. So we need to add this, but we need to subtract this. So notice when I press Alt, my actual mouse here, it will change to a, so sorry, we need to go up to here to the polygonal lasso tool first, actually. So we're going to select the polygonal lasso tool. So now when I click Alt, the little plus sign will change to a minus. So we are going to use the plus sign for now. We need to add this line. We need to add around here, this shape here. So we're going to add this, because obviously, like I say, everything within the red lines will be kept. Everything outside the red lines won't be there. Let me just show you an example here quickly. So if I go to add layer, this is what we're going to do later on. Add layer mask. As you can see there, that's just the example. That's not what we want though. That is not what we want, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control Z to undo, right? And I'm going to show you what we do want. So polygonal lasso tool. We also want to come to this middle box up here as well. This is important. So all we're going to do, I'm just going to zoom this in again. So Alt and mouse wheel in. We're just going to zoom in, and we're going to start from here, go to here, and go to here, just in there, just in there, just in there, boom. And then we're going to come back, and this plus will change to a circle, which means we've connected. So it's somewhere around here. There we go. So if we click now, that will connect. So again, what we've done is we've taken this line out here and we've extended it around here, and that's what we want to keep. So we're going to mouse wheel out, and we're going to mouse wheel in to here, right? And we want to take this out. We do not want this. So what we need now is to hold Alt. We're going to click. We're going to start about here. We're going to click Alt, click, click, click there. We do want to keep that. We want that in. And now we're just going to go around the bit that we don't want, right? And then we're just going to go back up here, and we're going to link this back up. So we should have this circle again. There we go. Boom. And that's now gone. Yep. So let's zoom back out. And then we need to get rid of this bit as well here. We do not want to include this. So we're going to start from here. Alt, click, come across. We do want that. Yep. We want to, that's what we want to join. And then we're just going to go around this here. And then we're going to just link this back up. Where is it? There we go. Boom. Circle. Click. And now that's gone. So let's zoom back out. And now you can see, guys, that is the door panel that we want here. Okay, what we're going to do now is still have this selected, and we're going to come down to the bottom here at the bottom, and we are going to add layer mask, and that is going to just keep the red on the door and everything else will be taken out. So boom, we're going to go ahead and click that. Boom, lovely. So we now have a door painted red. Why this is important, guys, is because when we come back into here, if we click on this mask on this layer here, click on it. So if we click on this layer, all this information comes up here, and we can just come in here and just change the color of that door later if we want to. This is what I have figured out because I've been playing around with this. So this is what I've figured out, guys, and it does take some time, but if you do this and then just save it for later on, it will save you some headache. So that's a fairly easy shape to do. We have painted the door. So now what we're going to do is do a little bit more of a complex shape. So we are going to go ahead and do the bonnet over here. So what we're going to do, go back down to the rectangle tool, right? Make sure we can highlight all of the bonnet. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's try that again because I don't think all the bonnet's highlighted. Let's try that again. Boom, that should be all the bonnet. Lovely. What I'm going to do as well, guys, is just change the color of this to a lighter red, because sometimes the object selection tool does play games when the color's a little bit too dark. So over to the object selection tool over here. We're going to go ahead and select all of that. And there you go. Boom. So you can see it has selected the bonnet, but it's also selected some stuff that we do not need. So let's go ahead and sort all that out. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we are going to zoom this in. And we're going to take out this bit that we don't need here. We do not need this selected. So polygon or lasso tool, and we're going to come into here, hit Alt, and click in here, and then we're going to draw the line that we want here. I'm just going to do this rough, just so you guys can see. And then we're going to come around the outside of here, the stuff that we do not want. And again, this is going to join up to the circle. And we're just going to click, and you're going to see that everything inside this line here, this doesn't need to be accurate because it's just going to keep what we need. So again, we've got a bit down here that we do not need, so we need to cut this out. So we're going to come to here, Alt, cut all this out here that we don't need, and just come around this bit and then join it back up to here. There we go again. And there's some stuff here that we don't want as well, so we're going to cut this out again, guys. Obviously you're going to do this a lot neater. You join that up, come back to where that was, boom. And again here we're going to cut this out. I'm just going to do this really quick just so you get the gist. I'm not going to go crazy, super crazy accurate here. This is just for the purpose of the video. Again, in here, Alt, we want to keep this. Once you just go around that shape that we don't want. And there's some more bits up here that we also need to cut out. Join that back up to there. And again, we're just going to do the same. Like I say, it's not going to be super accurate. We need to find where to link up. There we go. And then this bit here as well. We're just going to go around here. That's what we don't want. And then this bit here as well. There's that circle, link that back up. So boom, there we have the bonnet. what we're going to do is just go back over to here, rename this to bonnet. Make sure you guys are renaming your layers. Obviously it's easy for you to come back in here and identify which is which, because you're going to have a lot of layers in here, guys. So obviously then what we're going to do is come down here to layer mask, click that, and boom, that is your bonnet colored in. So I've showed you all the tools that you're going to need. You guys are just going to repeat this for all these panels, guys. So that is all you need to know. So that's how I've gone about making my livery. Now, next step, how do we then put this into the game? This is where the trick lies for Photoshop. This is how I've done it, guys. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead over to File. A lot of guys who are using GIMP can use export. We cannot use export like how they're going to use export. We're going to use it in a different way. Let's see how I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to export it as a quick PNG. Okay. Right. Export it as a quick PNG. Livery templates. We don't want it to go into there. So I'm going to export this as a quick PNG. We're going to save that there. All right. I'm going to show you where that actually is. So save, replace. Right. So let's head over to my other screen. Here we are. Hopefully you can see that. So this is where we've just saved this, right? But we cannot use this. This is actually where your files are going to go. So remember I said to open up the file location. If we go back, I'll show you exactly where we are. So I've gone into, once you've done it like we did before, in fact, I'll show you again. I'll show you again here. If we go to manage, browse local files there. So if we go to user data and then we go to liveries, that's exactly where I am here. So what we need to do with this file now, we need to turn this, it's actually the file type is a PNG file type. Obviously, we need to turn that into TGA, guys. And this is the trick now. This is what we are going to do. We're going to turn that into TGA. So I will put this website in the description for you guys. So go to choose file, and we're going to choose this file here that we need to turn into a TGA. We're going to open it, let that do its thing. We're going to hit start. And now you can see that file has now turned into a .tga. So we're going to hit that. And now what we're going to do, guys, which is important, we're going to just click custom skin, right? And now it's saved as a TGA file. We're just going to hit save and hit yes, replace. Now what we are going to do is just head back over to the game. There's nothing on the car, as you can see. All right, but now if we hit reload, we now have a red bonnet and a door painted in. Lovely. So that is a quick demonstration of how to paint your panels and then put them into the correct files, and then how that shows up in game. Obviously I've got 3 screens here, so this is quite easy for me to just, you know, edit on Photoshop, quickly transfer the file, convert the file, and then hit reload. But this is what you need to do, guys. So I have found that to be working for me. Hopefully that works for you guys as well. So I've showed you all the tools that you need in regards to doing that. Now let's head back over to here. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. We're going to delete this file here, and we'll just copy and paste this into here. right? And then we'll go back to the website again. Choose file. We're going to convert this. Finish. Convert that to the TGA. Yep. Then we're going to come back into here. Click that. Save. Replace it, of course. And we've done that. Then obviously we just head back over to the game. So we're back over here now. And then, all being well, that should show up the livery that I have made. There we go. That's the livery that I have made, guys. I've only made a quick start on it. It's nothing crazy, but I've been playing around with Photoshop. There's not many tutorials out there in regards to how to go about doing what you need to do in regards to Photoshop, because the way you export the files in Photoshop is a little bit different to how guys are doing it in GIMP. GIMP is a lot more simple, but I've had to use a conversion website to change it from PNG, sorry, to the TGA file that is required. As you can see here, it's customskins.tga. It can't be a PNG. It will not show up. It will not show up, guys. But yeah, that is my custom livery. Beautiful. And guys, if you have a better way of exporting that file rather than having to use the conversion website, let me know. Also, if you have a better way of painting the panels in Photoshop as well, let me know if you have a quick and easier way. But that's just what I've found to work for me, so hopefully that that helps you guys out. Right guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully I've covered everything for you guys. If there's anything that I've missed, do not be afraid to drop a comment down below. If I have helped you guys out, it will be helpful if you could help me out as well by dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification and click all as well. Lets you know when I'm live next or drop any new content. Without further ado, we are gone out of here. Peace.